Hi, hello everyone. I just finished a conversation with John Ossoff and Reverend Warnock and Alyssa Milano and Leslie Jones, and it was really remarkable and inspiring. These two candidates have such integrity. And they're both, for those of you who haven't been following closely, they're both running in runoffs for Senate seats in Georgia, and if they win, they will change the balance of power in the Senate. In this means that Joe Biden, his agenda will actually be able to. There's my friend Alyssa. She's joining me. Hold on, Alyssa. Why is it not letting me click? It's saying unable to join for something. There we go. I'm waiting for Alyssa to join in here. But hi, Alyssa. So
Hi, I'm here.
uh, wasn't that lovely? Isn't it? Don't you feel
Okay,
unbelievably lucky to be able to be a part of these conversations? It's just such a thrill.
so this quote, a vote is a prayer for the kind of world we want to live in.
Oh,
Reverend Warnock said that at the end of our live stream, and I was just like, oh, yes. But I don't know, like, I'm feeling hopeful, and I'm feeling like maybe, and of course, hindsight is 2020, but maybe this last 4 years had a very specific purpose in that it made us recognize that democracy is incredibly fragile and that we have to work at it. And it made us recognize all of the cracks that are in our country. And we are broken open, and there is no denying where we need to fix. And so I'm hopeful that maybe we'll come out of this in a better place than we went into it.
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't want to believe that Trump was all for naught, right? I want to believe there was purpose.
Right. Well, or at the very least, we have to make purpose from it. You
Right.
know, whether there was some grand design that brought us to this point or not, the fact of the matter is we have an opportunity right now to pick up the pieces and glue them back together stronger than they were before.
Right.
Japanese art form called kintsugi,
Yes. We're
where precious tea bowl, when broken, will be mended back together with gold in the
gold. Yes.
and the repaired thing is considered more valuable and more beautiful than the unbroken bowl ever was. And I feel like that's our opportunity now. And boy, there are a lot of pieces to pick up.
There's a lot of pieces. But when you look at how far we've come and the fact that we have these two incredible candidates that are basically like our closers, right? Like these two guys, and thank God they're both, because I know you and I would be doing this work even if they were,
Well, we'd hold our nose and do it anyway, but it is so thrilling. After we ended the live stream just now, Alyssa held up her arm to show the goosebumps. And I have the same feeling with these two guys. It's actually thrilling
yeah.
to they might be in a position of leadership and power shortly.
And
And
it's thrilling and yet so incredibly, it's such a perfect end that it's happening in Georgia, where Stacey Abrams has laid the groundwork for basically decades. I mean, since she was in the state Senate. And so to watch Georgia shift to, have you worked there?
have I worked there in Georgia?
Yeah.
No, I've never shot there.
So
No.
I shot Insatiable there for 2 years. So I lived in Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And first of all, it's amazing and it's an incredible place to shoot. But second of all, I could never connect the fact that these people were such incredible people, and yet they had these representatives that didn't embody who the people are.
Hmm.
And so to think that Georgia might actually have these two shining lights in Ossoff and Warnock, reflecting their own goodness, is really incredible. It's really incredible, and it's such a perfect end to wrap up the evolution of Georgia. And I'm elated. I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
yeah, and so much of it is about it, enfranchising voters, and getting people. It's such a stark contrast between Loeffler and Perdue and Warnock and Ossoff, on the other hand, because the two incumbent Republicans, they are literally trying, their strategy is to prevent people from getting to the polls. That's
Right.
how they want to win this election. And
Well, I
Warnock
mean, that's what we've seen
are,
from the GOP this whole cycle.
well, it's not just this whole cycle, unfortunately, for the GOP. It's a long, it's ever since after the Civil War. They've been trying, it wasn't the Republicans at that point, but people have been trying to suppress votes in order to win for a very long time in the US. And it's really sad to see that legacy playing out still today. Um, and and the contrast between these candidates, the Republicans and the Democrats, in this particular race is so stark. Loeffler and Perdue both, they took their Senate intelligence about the coming pandemic last winter, and before warning Georgians about this coming problem, or before trying to shore up the hospitals, they called their stockbrokers and sold stocks and profited to the tune of millions of dollars off the coming stock market crash.
Bought stocks in medical devices and body bags. Who does this?
Dark as it gets. It's as dark as it gets.
It's literally like you have Ossoff and Warnock, who will represent the people, who are fighting against Loeffler and Perdue, who are representing corporations and corporate America, and have no loyalty to the people of Georgia. It's all really sick, and especially when the country is so sick. I mean, the latest numbers, and I'm sure you know this, but 50 million people don't have enough food to eat in this country. 14 million children, 5.5 million senior citizens in this country don't have enough food to eat. We gotta do better. We have to do better.
And the status quo, the Republican Party right now is still trying to cut the rolls of food assistance to families. It's truly appalling. That's happening at the same time that the country's billionaires became $1 trillion richer over the course of the pandemic. They're clearly at the service of the richest and most privileged people in the country. And that's why why we're actually getting on right now on this live stream, is to let you guys know, like, what we can do is we can band together in a grassroots way to combat this big money that's coming in. Loeffler has put tens of millions of dollars of her own money into the campaign because she is part of this cabal of super wealthy elites who are trying to hold on to control of this country. But we can fight back by all of us together rallying and making small donations and calling our friends and family and getting them to make small donations.
Yeah, and I'm going to call out that website again. You can go to electjohn.com/earlyvotefund to make a donation and to encourage your friends or your followers to make a donation, because I believe everyone has a platform. Doesn't matter if it's as many as us or 6 people around the dinner table. We all have platforms. So we all have to do what we can. There's so much at stake.
Yeah.
And I love that they're running on this health, jobs, and justice. Health, jobs, and justice. Because it's not just about, I think it's a great luxury to care about the corruption in Washington. or the voter suppression, because most people just are trying to get food on the table and they're trying to figure out how they're going to get money. And so I think it's important to remember that people aren't necessarily voting on, anti-corruption or for anti-corruption candidates. People are voting because they want to make a better life for themselves, for their kids. And we are in a time right now where it is a life or death situation. We can't afford another, however many years of Mitch McConnell and obstructionism. And people's, what both sides forget, I think, is that people's lives depend on bipartisan compromise. And things do not get better if we don't figure out how we can connect on just the most basic issues, like getting food to people. So I'm hopeful that these two men will fight for not only what's right for Georgia, but what's right for the country and American families. And it's time. It's time that American families are the number one priority in our government.
It's pretty simple. Couldn't agree more. Well, you guys who are watching, please make a contribution. I put the link in the title of this live stream.
Perfect.
So check it out, and we'll share that again on our social media. Please make a contribution of any size. Just be a part of this movement with us. And Alyssa,
I love you.
Nice to see you. We've been in a lot of political Zooms over the last few months, and I've seen this background becoming familiar.
This is my war room.
It's lovely to see your face.
Lovely to see you. I love you so much and everything you stand for and everything that you are, and I support you. And however I can be of service to you, please call on me. I'll never let you down, Misha.
I love you back. See you soon.
See you soon, baby. Bye.